We're here on location at the newly opened Pilgrims Road, which leads from the Siloam Pool in the city of David to Har HaBayit, to the Temple Mount. Okay, here you can see the Siloam Pool and the road leading up to the Holy Temple. Is this a map of the past or a map of the future? What do you think? Actually, why don't you tell me down in the comments at the end of the video, because this is a Third Temple update, and I'm going to bring you some exciting news. This is a journey you are not going to want to miss. This is the road to the temple, both literally and figuratively. For 2,000 years, this road has been inaccessible. It's been buried under layers of destruction. Now it's open. Now we have a path to the temple. We just need to walk it. All right, so we're starting out at the Siloam Pool. This would have been filled with spring water. Jewish pilgrims would have come here to ritually purify themselves on the way to the temple. And of course, we also immersed ourselves in water today in a kosher mikveh, because unlike most tours of the Pilgrimage Road, I'm going to take you all the way to the destination, and we're going to actually perform part of the temple service before Hashem. You can see here as we enter, there's some workers still installing handrails because this thing just opened to the public not very long ago. There was actually an opening ceremony recently, and I'm going to play you now part of that ceremony, an interesting speech from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio as we walk up the road.
It's an interesting thing about humanity. Almost anywhere in the world you go, and there are some incredible archaeological sites around the planet. I believe none as important as this one. But it is stunning how many of these archaeological sites, be they pyramids in Central America or pyramids in Egypt not far from here, were in some ways all defined by the desire to get closer to the divine. Something is programmed in the DNA of us as creatures that yearns to be closer to our Creator. This has been true across societies forever. But it was here, where a road led God's people to their Creator. It was here that a road that led them to be as close as they possibly could. Not just to the creator of our species, but of the heavens and the earth and all the universe. But one more thing is striking. As you go through the layers of history, you realize that all the civilizations that conquered this city, all the ones who tore it down and built on top, are all gone. The Roman Empire is no more, nor any of the others that sought to conquer and rule this land. But one people remain. They have returned. For God's promise is eternal, and it is perfect, and His word is always true. And I'm honored to be a part of its fulfillment here with you tonight. Thank you.
So the road brings you up to the southwest corner of the Temple Mount. You can see these stones projecting out here would have supported what is known today as Robinson's Arch. It would have looked something like this. It was one of the entrances to the Temple Mount before the Roman destruction, but obviously we cannot enter there today. So we will be entering through this wooden bridge right over here. This happens to be the only entrance which Jews are allowed to enter today. So that's where we're going. Okay, so here we are. We've got our... Okay, that was not good. Yep, no. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so here we are. We've got the new prayer papers. We're going up to Har HaBayit. You can see over here is where we came from. And if you haven't heard about these new prayer sheets, be sure you go check out my last video. Okay, so here we are in Har HaBayit. We're going to be circling around, just as the pilgrims would have circled 2,000 years ago. We circle around, and we're going to go over to where the entrance to the temple would be on the eastern side. Here we are on the eastern side of the Temple Mount where the Pilgrimage Road actually ends. This is the final ascent to the peak of the mountain, to the Holy of Holies, where the temple is stand. And today, obviously, we have not yet built it, but there's still one part of the service that we can do, and that is to bow down to Hashem on Har HaBayit. So we just finished praying, and now we're going over farther on the eastern side, where there are now Jews sitting and learning Torah. We're going to go join them.
בעניין של בא לראות, בא להיראות, לכאורה גם ראינו יראה באדם, אין השם אל יראה בעין אחת. אבל הוא אומר כן, אם אתה רק ביראה, אז אתה יכול להשגיח לך באין השם אל יראה, אתה יכול לבוא ביראה. אבל להר הבית, צריך גם האדון, שזה מבחינת, אם אדונים אני אהיה מוראי, צריך גם יראה.
So let's go back to this map I showed you in the beginning. Is this a map of the past or a map of the future? Well, I say it's a map of the past because the future is going to be even more glorious. Let's listen to some of these plans from the opening ceremony of the Pilgrimage Road.
And to enable millions to once again walk this road, we will establish here, right where we're seated, the new Center for the Pilgrimage Experience. A place where students and soldiers and everyone will dig and uncover their own history. The Kedem Center will be the new gateway to the old city. Millions of people annually. A cable car will bring 3,000 people per hour.
When the third temple is built, not only Jews, but people from all the nations of the world will come here by plane, by train, by cable car, to serve God together here on this mountain. So be sure you subscribe so you can be notified when I come out with my next video, because if you want to stay updated, this is the place.
This, beautiful people, is the Pilgrimage Road. This is Jerusalem. It is not an impossible dream. It is a living path, and it's now open to the entire world.